Hi, my name is Frank and welcome to my woodturning channel. This week we're going to just turn a very simple bowl, and I'm going to use a piece of butternut. It's around 4 inches thick and maybe, let's say, 9 or 10 inches in diameter. So let's see what we get out of this. I started with a square blank and just took it to the bandsaw and took the corners off. And then I'm just going to go over to the drill press and drill a 3/8 inch hole, because in this instance I'm going to use a screw chuck that comes with the chucks that I use. It is important to seat the screw properly into the chuck, making sure the grooves are aligned, and just pulling the screw out a little bit just before you tighten. And then the piece of wood needs to be tightened on until it is right up against the face of the jaws. Still like to use the tailstock here, even though I really don't need to, just for added safety as I'm making my larger cuts. I'm just using a 1/2 inch bowl gouge here, and my first cuts will be just across the face to make the blank round. And now I'm just using a few different cuts to flatten off the face of the blank. Just makes it a little bit easier if the face is flat in order to do all your future cuts. You'll see me using a pull cut, a scraping cut, and a pushing cut. 3 different ways of doing the same thing, basically. Now I've angled the tool rest, and we're just going to use push cuts to start shaping the bowl. And this is going to be the bottom of the bowl, or the back of the bowl. Just showing the cut here in slow motion. It's kind of neat to see the shavings coming towards you. Doing these push cuts quickly is great for rough forming, but on soft woods like this butternut, you can see here that you get quite a bit of tear out. So to improve that, we just slow down our traversing of the tool, make sure we have good bevel contact, and just taking a little bit of the wood off. And with that, you can get a lot better finish. Here I'm just forming the tenon for the chuck to grab onto once we turn the bowl around. Once the bowl is roughly shaped, I will then try to do a nice continuous push cut all the way from the bottom of the bowl right up to the edge of the rim. This is now the same thing, just from a little bit different angle. Now I'm going to use a negative rake scraper just to get rid of any little ridges or grooves that were left behind from the gouge. Now it's time to just turn the piece around and grab it by the tenon to start doing the inside of the bowl. Here I'm just going to do a few quick passes to flatten off this surface. And again, I've used 3 different cuts here just to show you that you can use a pull cut, you can use a scraping cut, or you can use a push cut just to flatten the surface off. You don't really need to even flatten these surfaces off, but when you're a beginner and starting to make the cuts, it's just easier to have it flat. The next step is really to start just removing the inside of the bowl. And here again I'm using my 1/2-inch bowl gouge and just cutting in and starting to remove the center. I like to finish the rim off before too much of the center is removed, because there will be a lot of vibration out here, so now is a good time to do it. Now I've taken the tailstock away so I can get at the center here. So I'll remove some of the center mass and then just continue on this way, cutting a little bit of the center out and then a little bit of the side wall out to finish the bowl. It's always good to keep checking your thickness as you go. If you're enjoying my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Just gives me a little more incentive to keep making these videos. Sometimes if there's some little lines or ridges, I'll just use a negative rake scraper just to do a little bit of cleanup. And now's the time to do some sanding. I'm just going to use my drill with a 3-inch pad on it. And I usually like to start at around 120 and work my way down to about 320. In this case, I'm just going to use the jumbo jaws that you can get for the one-way stronghold chuck. This way I can grab this type of bowl completely all the way around the rim, and I have access to the full bottom. Initially though, I will use the tailstock just for a little bit of extra support, but then I'll take it away. I'm just doing all these cuts with a 1/2-inch bowl gouge again. There we go. The bowl's all finished. Now we just have to apply some finish on it. I'm just going to use some general salad bowl finish on this particular piece. Basically, you just wipe it on and then wipe it off. I've included a couple of quick pictures here at the very end. There's only one coat of finish, but it gives you an idea of what the piece will look like at the very end.